In 2018, Lacoste did something unthinkable. For the first time in more than 80 years, they removed their iconic crocodile from the chest of their polo. They didn't rotate it, they didn't redesign it, they replaced it with new logos that nobody had ever seen before. So the question is obvious. Why did Lacoste suddenly change its logo? And no, the answer has nothing to do with sales. It was about power, relevance, and how you reposition a legacy brand in a market that's obsessed with novelty. 1. Why this was a nuclear brand decision. To understand the magnitude of this move, you have to understand what the crocodile means to Lacoste. Most fashion brands change their logos every few decades. Lacoste doesn't. The crocodile is practically sacred. It's on every polo, on every campaign, on every piece of brand identity. It's the entire DNA of the company. So when a brand like Lacoste removes its iconic symbol, it's not a design change. It's a declaration, a signal that something bigger than the brand is happening. And that's the psychological backbone of this campaign. You instantly look when a symbol you've seen your whole life is suddenly missing. 2. The real insight. Luxury brands sell status through symbols. Luxury brands don't compete in the clothing business, they compete in the symbol business. They sell meaning, not fabric. So messing with your symbol is like messing with your revenue stream. Lacoste understood that precisely because the crocodile is untouchable, touching it would make global noise. Most brands try to stand out by shouting louder. Lacoste stood out by stopping something, by removing the one thing people expect to see. 3. What they actually did. Lacoste partnered with the IUCN to highlight critically endangered species. But here's the genius twist. Each polo featured a different endangered animal, and the number of polos for each animal matched the number of animals left in the wild. This is the kind of idea that instantly writes its own headlines. 30 vaquitas, 30 polos. 40 Badager turtles, 40 polos. This wasn't consumer marketing, this was reality marketing. Scarcity based on a real existential threat. Consumers couldn't buy more even if they wanted to. Scarcity became part of the message. The product itself became a statistic. That's a level of integration most brands never achieve. 4. Why this worked. Psychological triggers. This campaign activated 3 extremely powerful triggers simultaneously. 1. Disruption. Humans are wired to notice when something normal glitches. Seeing a Lacoste polo without a crocodile automatically forces attention. 2. Authenticity. The scarcity wasn't artificial, it was a mirror of the real world. And consumers today can smell fake activism from miles away. This was the opposite. The brand sacrificed its own identity. 3. Cultural shareability. Media loves stories that combine shock with purpose. This campaign gave journalists a clean, simple, viral headline. Lacoste removes iconic logo to save endangered animals. Free coverage everywhere. 5. The positioning move, from heritage brand to cultural brand. Before this campaign, Lacoste was seen as reliable, classic, preppy, safe, but not necessarily culturally relevant, not the type of brand doing bold or viral moves. This campaign changed that narrative instantly. It showed Lacoste could take creative risks. It proved the brand could do activism without cringe. It signaled that Lacoste was willing to break its own rules to make a point. And in branding, that's huge. Because consumers respect brands that have something to lose and are still willing to act. By removing the crocodile, Lacoste actually made the crocodile more iconic. Absence created desire. 6. The business result no one talks about. Everyone knows the shirts sold out in minutes. But the real win wasn't the money. The collection was tiny. The real win was meaning. Lacoste bought an entirely new layer of cultural relevance. Suddenly the brand wasn't old, wasn't predictable, wasn't static. It became a brand capable of conversations that go beyond fashion. This is how legacy brands survive generations. They reinvent meaning without reinventing their identity. And Lacoste did that by temporarily erasing part of it. So, why did Lacoste suddenly change its logo? Because in a hyper-saturated market, you don't stand out by adding more noise. You stand out by breaking your own pattern, by surprising people with something that feels almost wrong, but becomes unforgettable. Lacoste didn't redesign a logo, they redesigned the narrative around it.